Just finished training in Ilford, yeah? Look who I run into. Dan the man. What you doing right here, bro? My brother right here.
Anthony Yarde is stepping into the fire to face the toughest challenge of his entire career, David Benavidez, the one who has called out Canelo, the ferocious beast that can dismantle him in the very first round.
Anthony Yarde will face the unbeaten WBC world champion David Benavidez. It's not here, it's in Saudi Arabia. And remember, this won't be his second attempt to win a world title. It'll be Yarde's third attempt after losses against Sergei Kovalev in 2019 and Arthur Beterbiev in 2023.
The atmosphere is filled with anticipation. Two killers, no smiles, no handshakes, just pure focus. Anthony Yarde stands his ground, eyes steady. He's calm, but you can see the danger in him. Across him is David Benavidez. His icy stare doesn't falter. It says he's prepared to rip apart every ounce of spirit you have. It is deafeningly silent. Power against pressure. Precision against chaos. Recently, Anthony Yarde's been spotted training with Daniel Dubois to get ready for his fight with David Benavidez. These two don't hold back. They're going at it in the gym, trading shots and pushing each other hard. Yarde brings that quick, explosive counterpunching, while Dubois just keeps coming with raw power. Anthony Yarde knows David Benavidez has the caliber and skill to share the ring with Canelo Alvarez, a true elite-level fighter with a world-class pedigree. Still, Yarde thinks that confidence might trip Benavidez up. He figures Benavidez will start looking past him, already dreaming about big showdowns with Canelo, Bivol, or Beterbiev. Yarde's hungry, locked in, and aiming to pull off something huge. Let's hear some bluntly honest predictions for this fight. Timothy Bradley Jr. did not even hesitate to give a single chance in favor of Anthony Yarde to win. He said this is going to be the most difficult draining fight for him. David will only survive.
Going underneath, man, and you trying to pop your head back up, that's exactly what's going to happen to Yarde. You know, he going to be fighting. He going to be fighting. He going to be fighting. But he going to be getting drained and drained and drained. He going to get beat on, beat on, beat on. He might have a few rounds where he have a little success, but again, it's all gonna be. It's gonna be like an insect getting trapped in a spider web, and he's trying to break himself loose. That's exactly how it's gonna be.
The deciding factor here is the experience, and Anthony Yarde is lacking that. David is a big man. He cannot give him a second to recover. He will knock him out mercilessly, and this is what he has earned from his experience.
Benavidez is gonna be all up in him, be putting knots on top of his head. Yeah, man, Benavidez is too long. Just the wrong style for him. You know, Yarde, decent boxer. Again, decent boxer. The cool part about this is that both these guys don't really have an extensive amateur pedigree, you know. But Benavidez, man, he's been in the ring with a lot of champions. He's worked with them. He's learned a lot from just in the gym alone.
On the flip side, Anthony Yarde has shown real respect heading into this clash, calling David Benavidez a better version of him. Yarde even bluntly said that David is more intense, faster, and more aggressive. But don't get it twisted. Yarde isn't starstruck. He's fired up. Benavidez isn't someone to admire. He's the guy Yarde wants to beat to prove himself. That's the kind of challenge that gets Yarde going.
I just feel like it's embedded in me. It's my character. And I will always be a person where I take on the biggest challenge for myself. I don't want to be that person where you look back and you say, what if? Yeah. You know, that's a fear of mine. So some people, it's their fear to actually go and challenge, you know, big things. For me, a fear of mine is looking back and saying, what if?
Trainer of Anthony Yarde, Tunde Ajayi, further said he is grateful to David Benavidez and his father for having the courage to take this fight. Indirectly, he warned them that taking on Anthony Yarde is not easy. Anthony is a brutal and completely different fighter, really difficult to understand.
Listen, whatever way, I'm proud of him, and this is going to be a blockbuster. Listen, Jose Benavidez,
David.
Senior.
Oh, right.
Listen, man, don't rush, man. Don't rush. Take your time, man. I have to thank him. And then I have to thank David for taking this fight. Because contrary to belief, not many people want to get in a ring with Ant. They say they do. They go on TV. They go on TalkSmooth. They go on Sky. They say they want to fight Ant. But when it comes to signing a contract, they don't fight Ant. So that has actually been the situation with Ant his whole career.
Anthony Yarde says he's coming in fully prepared, no question. But David Benavidez isn't backing down. He's just as ready. If Yarde's looking for a war, Benavidez is ready to dive right in. This isn't just another fight. It's two absolute warriors meeting at their best. Yarde steps in with serious power, slick timing, and that gritty London attitude.
Anthony Yarde, I know you're gonna come 100% prepared for this fight, but guess what? We're gonna be 100% prepared too. If you wanna go to war, let's go to war. Let's give the people what they wanna see.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I feel like he real recognize real. I respect David Benavidez. If he don't respect me already, I'm sure after the fight he would definitely have to respect me. And you know, when Cray twins, when one of the brothers says, I wanna out, let's have a shootout. Give me a shootout. I will stand in the middle, he's gonna stand in the middle, and we have a shootout. I'll bring my AK-47 to Tommy, the shorty, and he brings his artillery, and we have a shootout. Give the fans what they want to see.
Tunde Ajayi spoke with pure fire and confidence. He made it clear that Yarde isn't the same guy he was before. He's tougher now, sharper, and he's been through some serious battles. Sharing the ring with champions like Artur Beterbiev and Sergey Kovalev changed him. That kind of experience? You only get it by surviving those wars.
In his levels, Anthony done what he's supposed to do to the opponents, put to him at a certain level. So when it was time to have the fight that prepares you for the ultimate fight, which is the world title, he's never had that. I have to thank him. And then I have to thank David for taking this fight. Because contrary to belief, not many people want to get in a ring with Ant. They say they do. They go on TV. They go on TalkSmooth. They go on Sky. They say they want to fight Ant. But when it comes to signing a contract, they don't fight Ant. So that has actually been the situation with Ant his whole career. You know, we all know minimum amateur experience. And so boxing is levels. Anthony done what he's supposed to do to the opponents, put to him at a certain level. So when it was time to have the fight that prepares you for the ultimate fight, which is the world title, he's never had that. Because people wouldn't fight him. So Anthony, unlike most, has had to learn or had to have the experience in the mega fights. But we're 3 fights in now. Russia was an experience we learned from. Anthony came back, fought the fight of the year against Benavidez. These guys have 300-400 amateur fights. But each time we've got better, each time we've gained experience. And I just feel the time is right now. Experience has been banked. And yeah, it's going to be a great one.
Trainer Derek Bozy Ennis analyzes the upcoming WBC Light Heavyweight Championship bout between unbeaten champion David Benavidez and challenger Anthony Yarde on November 22nd in Saudi Arabia. Bozy Ennis calls this a true 50-50, and he's blunt. Somebody's getting stopped. He respects Benavidez's grit, and he knows Yarde can turn the lights out with one shot. Just ask Beterbiev or Kovalev.
And Anthony Yarde is on record of hurting. I seen him hurt Beterbiev. I seen him hurt Kovalev.
Right, yes.
And those are natural 75.
Natural 75.
What can we expect in that fight?
Somebody gonna get stopped. That's what I expect. Somebody wants to get stopped. You know what I mean? And I think Benavidez better be ready though, man. Because like I said, it's a 50-50 fight for me, man. You know what I mean? Because his style, Benavidez's style, and then you got Yarde's style. Benavidez like to put that pressure on you. Yarde can box, and then he'll fight you too sometimes. So
I think that's gonna be a tremendous fight, man. That might steal the show.
But there's a catch. Yarde sometimes runs out of steam late. If that happens, Benavidez takes over. But if Benavidez slips up or gets too frustrated, Yarde ends it right then and there. Bozy keeps it simple. Jab, frustrate, tie up, own the center, then go for the kill. This won't be a slow burn, it's going to be wild, probably violent, and it could end in a blink. Power against pressure. It all comes down to whose engine holds up. One guy leaves on his feet, the other doesn't.
In the later rounds, we've seen him have an issue with that, and you know Benavidez doesn't get tired.
Right.
Is that the deciding factor in this fight?
There you go. If he get tired, it's over. It's over. It's in Benavidez' favor. You know what I mean? But he better not get tired. Boxing, boom, 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 set him up. You know what I mean? Soon he comes to get set, because you know he got to be set to throw punches.
Yeah.
So soon he gets set, tie him up, walk him to the center. Bing, 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 bing.
Ajayi's convinced Yarde has the strength, patience, and ring smarts to go toe-to-toe with anyone, even someone as dangerous as David Benavidez. This isn't just another fight. For Yarde, it's a statement. He's ready for the big stage. He wants those huge fights, and he's not stepping aside for anybody.
Do you feel like he will knock out Benavidez?
Well, you just have to look at, listen, one thing I will not do this whole build-up is trash, downplay, anything to do with the Benavidez family. I said to the father yesterday that I've got so much respect for your story when this fight was announced, because this ain't no trash talking fight. This is two proper fighters, real fighters. And they both know what they're gonna do. You're talking about knockouts. Look at the knockout percentage of both fighters. It's highly unlikely this fight's going the distance.
Anthony Yarde made it clear that what truly excites him about this fight is the challenge itself. He looked at David Benavidez and saw a tough guy, always coming forward, maybe even a sharper version of himself. That's what fires him up. Benavidez brings non-stop pressure and serious power, and Yarde knows he'll need to dig deep. But that's exactly the kind of test he's after, because like he said, there are no easy games at this level.
A better version of myself each time, as I've shown. And I don't know, I feel like timing sometimes is a blessing, so I feel like this time just feels good. You know, who he's fought, you know, how he's fought them, people he's beat, how he's beat them. Again, there's a reason people are saying, he's one of the best in the world. He's tried to get big fights, he's tried to get the Canelo fight. I'm not in the position to talk about why that fight hasn't happened. People are gonna have their opinions as always.
David Benavidez is a tough fighter in his own right. David is turning up the heat in camp, lighting up the punching bags with his trademark fury and non-stop combinations as he prepares for his showdown with Anthony Yarde. David Benavidez's camp isn't built on chaos, it's built on calculation. They break down his training, zero in on the details, and don't leave much to chance. It's not all about throwing heavy punches, they work on precision, sharpening each move until it's just right. They keep an eye on his energy, make recovery a priority, and time his peak so he's ready when it matters most. You can see he's fine-tuning the stuff that makes him such a threat, throwing punch after punch, digging into the body with no mercy, and always pushing forward, breaking guys down until they've got nothing left. David Benavidez is locked in. His training's gone up a notch, maybe more. Every punch lands with a thud that turns heads. He's running on pure obsession, burning through sets until his body wants to quit, but he just keeps going. Speed, power, endurance. He's all in, not just to stay on point, but to crush anyone in front of him. You can see it in his eyes. He's not messing around. He's sparring with bigger guys, attacking the heavy bag, practicing the kind of pressure that psychologically collapses people before the fight is even half over. For now, Benavidez is all business. No distractions, no easing up, simply a force you do not want to get in the way of.
10 seconds, all right, go over here too so we can see the timer. Ready? Tell him when to start, Tino, tell him when to start.
Count down 3.
3, 2, 1. Alright.
What was that?
This is not just about getting into shape. Yarde wants to be ready for Benavidez's constant pressure. You can feel the vibe when they are both in the ring. Both want to make a statement. Both have something to prove, and that has turned their training into an honest battle. Two hungry fighters shoulder to shoulder, just waiting for the bell.
So the skipping challenge.
Yeah, we go. Yeah. You take on that one. Skipping challenge. Skipping challenge. Let's go. Skipping challenge. Everyone's on the 2. The 3, do the 3. That's it. 3. Count this. Can't do the 3.
Yarde's team is pushing him to his absolute breaking point. Inside the gym, sparring isn't practice. It's war. Every round echoes with the energy of fight night. Every punch a fight to stay on your feet. Still, there's a risky game going on in the background. Chasing that perfect knockout, Team Yarde keeps cranking up the intensity, and honestly, they're flirting with disaster. That no pain, no gain approach. It's made some fierce fighters, but it's left others broken. So here we are, two absolute beasts on a collision course. David Benavidez is still unbeaten, relentless, just a machine who never takes a step back. On the other side, you've got Anthony Yarde, Britain's own wrecking ball. He's got insane speed, killer timing, and every punch comes with real knockout power. Both guys know what's at stake. For them, this isn't just another fight, this is everything. Benavidez, he's living in the gym right now. He goes at it non-stop, throwing those wild combinations, always coming forward, breaking guys down round after round. Yarde isn't slacking either. He's grinding with Daniel Dubois, sharpening his defense, getting even more explosive, all because he knows this is the biggest test of his career. This isn't just another matchup, it's about who wants greatness more. And now the questions begin. Who cracks first under pressure? Can Yarde's power keep Benavidez honest, or will Benavidez's relentless engine drown Yarde in the deep waters? Will experience and grit overcome youth and volume? One thing's for sure, when these two step into the ring, it won't be chess. It'll be war. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates, press conference drama, and training camp footage as we count down to this epic showdown.